YouTube, what is going on, guys? Look at what we have got here. This is the brand new iPhone 15 Pro. I am so excited, as you can hear from my sick voice. But as you can tell, iPhone 15 Pro, designed by Apple in California. It just dropped today and I'm so excited to finally have it in hand. So without any further ado, let's go right into it. Let's listen to the satisfying moment. Ooh, beautiful. The bottom one. Oh, how beautiful. So I got the blue titanium version in the 128 gigabytes, and this is the reveal. Oh, how beautiful is that, guys? Just take a second to admire this. Oh my goodness. Blue titanium. iPhone 15 Pro. It's time. We have been waiting for it. And it is finally here. Just take a moment. Let's just appreciate this color. You can see how shiny it is in the light. Has a nice light tone to it. And then once you bring it out of the light, it's kind of like a space gray. I don't even want to touch it. I don't want to get it all dirty. So iPhone 15s are now in the titanium material. So it's no longer stainless steel as our previous iPhones, which also makes it very light. So we're just going to set that down right over here. And inside the box, we finally have USB-C. So Apple has given us USB-C this year, thanks to a push by the EU, I should say, the European Union, which pushed this for recycling and carbon neutral goals and so forth, just better for the environment. But as you can see, this is a braided cable. Looks really nice. It feels really nice. Unfortunately, it's not color matched to the iPhone, but I guess it keeps it nice universally. Just a nice plain white. And finally, USB-C. Never did we think we would see this on the iPhone anytime soon. They have been rocking Lightning since 2014, and finally they are bringing USB-C. Inside the box, we also have our usual designed by Apple in California stickers. So our SIM card ejector tool, Apple stickers, and other documentation. So let's just put that right in there. Set that all off to the side. Take some time to admire this. So as you can see, unlike the 14 Pro and Pro Max, this one has some rounded edges all around. So it feels a lot lighter in the hand. It feels really nice, actually. The titanium feels really good, and it's also not a fingerprint magnet like stainless steel was. So as you can see, I'm just like touching it all over, rubbing my fingers. And since it's titanium, you could barely see any fingerprints, which is really nice. So if you're one of those brave people that want to rock it caseless, you can surely do that and not have to worry about too many fingerprints. Oh, how beautiful. The feel in the hand is just unmatched. So fun fact, I had actually pre-ordered the iPhone 15 Pro in natural titanium. Once I wanted to receive my order today, complications happened and I ended up getting it in the blue titanium color. So I actually prefer this color because I saw natural titanium in store and I had pre-ordered online, and I thought I liked natural titanium color, but I think I like the blue titanium. It's really nice, really light in the hands. Everything is the same as the 14 Pro from last year, other than this action button right over here. So there's no more ring silence switch, just the action button. Less sharp around the corners, a lot lighter. Last year I was rocking the 14 Pro Max, but this year I decided to just go with the 6.1 inch version, which is the 15 Pro, just for better one-handed use, lighter, and I could actually get my fingers all across, which is nice. So enough rambling. Let's peel this off. So beautiful. Let's power this up. There you go. iPhone 15 Pro. Beautiful. So let's just run through the setup process right over here. English, Canada, obviously. So update your software now. If you want to transfer your data directly from another iPhone, you can update later if you plan to download from iCloud, or set up your iPhone as a new device. I will update later since I am downloading through iCloud. This is for myself, and then now we're just gonna go through Face ID. Let's do it. Position my face in the frame. Also, look at that front camera, it looks so nice. Anyways, you guys can kind of see the behind the scenes of my setup. Use Face ID with a mask, sure, why not? So as you guys can see, this is the behind the scenes of my setup. Got my Blue Yeti right over here, iPhone 12 mini, recording in 4K 60 frames a second. Got some lights and my purple LEDs back there. You can also see that low flashing that you can't see with the naked eye, which is pretty nice. Anyways, let's continue with Face ID. I love the selfie camera on this new 15 Pro. It looks really good. So Face ID is now set up. We have that nice dynamic island animation. So apparently this year, people said that the box of the iPhone 15 Pro is smaller or bigger from the box of last year's iPhones, but I do not see any change to it, surprisingly. So as you can see, the box includes the 15 Pro, the USB-C charging cable, no power adapter or headphones or earpods. Those are all sold separately. And front of the box, just the basic iPhone. Now, in some shades of light, as you can see right over here, you can see that blue titanium that's sparkling on the iPhone name on the side of the box. But if I just put it straight up, it looks just black, and then you put it in lighting, it kind of has that blue. And the same goes for every single iPhone 15 this year. So nice design by Apple, nothing new. I'd like to see black boxes coming back though, maybe next year, see how that turns out. But anyways, beautiful. Choosing backup, iCloud backup, and hopefully it can download the backup, or else I would be extremely disappointed. So this backup is coming from my iPhone 14 Pro Max. As you can see, it's going to be a pretty big backup. I have 2 terabytes worth of iCloud storage. I'm only using 200 gigabytes though, so we're gonna let it take its sweet time. All right, beautiful. So seems like it is done with the iCloud backup with all that good stuff. So let's just go ahead right over here. Restore has completed, as you can see. Just gonna hit continue right over there. We could set up Apple Pay later in the settings. For some reason, my exposure is kind of messing up right over here. All right, perfect. So silent mode. Now on the iPhone 15, as we explained at the beginning of this video, there is a action button. So no more ring silent switcher. Now it is that action button, that haptic button. So you could toggle silent mode on and off now, or check its status in Control Center. So that's good to know. And now it is time to set up the action button. So you could press and hold to turn silent mode on and off, and you can also customize action button to open camera, turn on flashlight, and other things like that. So maybe I could customize it. And ooh, it has a nice haptic feel when you're scrolling through it. This is the animation we shot during the Apple event, and now to think a few days later, it's sitting in my hands and I'm doing the exact same thing. It's so beautiful. But let's go with maybe voice memo. And there you go. Welcome to iPhone. Beautiful. So yes, this is my normal home screen. I'm in the middle of switching things up. But that is the iPhone 15 Pro. I'm so excited. It looks so good. I'm so happy. Now, let me just jump right into settings quickly. I'm gonna go down to General and About. So as you can see, this is running iOS version 17.0 straight out of the factory. This is the iPhone 15 Pro running 128 gigabytes of storage. And any software updates? Maybe iOS 17.0.1? Doesn't seem like it. Interesting. Well, maybe we could get that to update later on. But there you go. That is the iPhone 15 Pro for you guys. Just did a quick little unboxing and first impressions. Straight out of the hands, it feels, or straight out of the box in the hands, it feels pretty good. And I just noticed right up over here, if we could get that to focus, there is that notification that shows that the action button or the silent mode is on. And if we press and hold the action button, ooh, that starts the voice recording. Interesting. Straight from the dynamic island. Very cool. Very nice. Very nice. Now if we click the action button, okay, I see. So there's not a two gesture, it's only one gesture that you could set up. So I guess for the ring silent, you gotta go through here, which is pretty interesting. So I guess you just gotta kind of get used to that. But other than that, it feels really good in the hands. Let me just jump into the camera app. We're gonna do an in-depth review of the camera later on sometime next week, but just to show you guys the different lenses, 24mm, 28, and so forth. You also have 35. And then on the iPhone 15 Pro Max, you also have the 5x zoom with a 120mm lens, which is pretty nice. So we're just gonna do a little camera comparison later on in the week, post a video about it, but straight out of the box, it is not looking too shabby. Let's check the selfie camera right over here, looking pretty good. What's going on, guys? Good to see you. But that is the iPhone 15 Pro. Super happy to have it finally in hand. And unfortunately, since I don't have the 256GB version, there was only the 128GB version available before November. I will not be able to shoot ProRes in 4K or 1080p at 60 frames per second. So it would have to be 30 frames per second for ProRes to work, or I could do 4K 30 for ProRes to work. I believe so. Or actually, no, I cannot. Interesting. So I guess for 4K ProRes, I would have to need a 256GB version of the iPhone, or just get the iPhone 14 Pro Max, or 15 Pro Max. But that is my first impressions on the iPhone 15 Pro. I really love it. Feel in the hand, nice curves around the edges. I don't really have much to say other than what I have said. I'm gonna play around with it, bring you guys an in-depth review, day in the life and camera review the next few days. Now I do also have my 14 Pro case right over here. Some of you guys might be wondering, does the 15 Pro fit in a 14 Pro case? Well, there's only one way to find out. That is to test it out. Does it work? It does. Surprisingly, it does. Very nice. So I guess I could keep my 14 Pro case. Obviously, it will not protect the action button. So if you guys would like to have that protected, you'd probably have to get an actual 15 Pro case. But overall, this Apple MagSafe case does not feel too bad in the hands for the 15 Pro. It does the job. It does work. Very nice. It has that camera protection, camera lip, screen protection. But I'm probably going to get a different case. Maybe review the fine woven case that Apple released alongside their new lineup of iPhones and watches, and probably get a screen protector as well, because I don't want to chip that. One last thing I just remembered, there's a new coating on the cameras, so we're gonna see if that helps with lens glare, light glare, and all of that good stuff. Anyways, it has been Alex from Techrific with the iPhone 15 Pro. So excited to have it in hand and can't wait to test it out. Thank you for stopping by. Make sure to go follow my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, where I will update you guys regularly on the 15 Pro and all things tech. And until then, stay techie.